This place wants you dead. It does not like us in the wintertime.
You got to get zen with the environment that you're in, and it doesn't matter, if it's Arctic or jungle or what have you. You have to understand where you are.
Being pushed all the way to the edge and then figuring out what you can handle.
Being a Marine for 30 years and a Sergeant Major, I kind of had a mindset that it was a Navy school and how hard could it be, but when I actually went through it, it really surprised me how difficult it really was.
You are, and you have to understand its peculiarities and special skill sets that are required to go into that environment and be successful.
In a place where it's not uncommon to see icicles forming on your friends' faces.
Doesn't feel great.
A skill you need to know is one that seems pretty basic.
Here, it's every layer, every piece has a purpose.
The most important thing I do here in my phase, in the field force phase, is to teach the service members here the skills that they're going to need to survive in the event they should find themselves as an isolated person in the mission that they find themselves in.
They learn that here.
In addition to cold and snow, this region of Alaska is also known for being remote, which can mean less infrastructure for getting around.
The United States is a very machine-dependent army. So for a lot of folks to get away from their machines and away from their roads and their infrastructure is sometimes shocking system.
And without their machines, they have to use snowshoes or skis to move over snow. But some of these students have never even seen skis before.
I would never ski. Never touch skis.
I didn't fall coming down that one though. Go ahead.
Skis.
Spread them out more, man.
We basically give you your introductory ski courses that you would get at a resort or something. It's the baby steps. This is how you stand. This is how you walk. This is how you go downhill. This is how you stop.
Once I got on the skis and fell a bajillion times, it just makes you want to keep getting better. You get back up and you go back down the hill and you go back up the hill.
Even being able to use snowshoes is important, but skiing adds speed to the element and stealth show.
Getting dressed and moving around will only get you so far. Eventually, you have to sleep and eat and...
You're going to find yourself in a situation as an instructor here, particularly on the field force side, where you're going to be out here possibly as the only instructor with a group of anywhere from 8 to maybe as many as 12 young service members out here that are really counting on you to take care of them and teach them the things that they need to know. So you're going to have to have a lot of self-discipline and a lot of initiative in order to fill those big shoes to take care of these young men and women that are out here in your charge while you're training. The skills that we teach here, we teach them how to use them in what we call a non-permissive environment. That's an environment where you're going to be restricted in the things that you can do because of an enemy situation. So not only is it basic survival skills on such things as how to start fires, how to procure water, how to procure food, how to build shelters, and how to navigate, but how to do that in a non-permissive environment. Not only is it physically challenging for them out here, but I would say that it's probably just as much mentally challenging for them, especially during the winter months here, because not only are you dealing with the stressors of not eating, the physical exertion that takes place up here, what you do.
They learn to set up a patrol base using 10-man tents and Arctic stoves, which is about 200 pounds of gear they'll pull on a sled called Nokia.
And we also teach them how to bivouac, how to live out here in this. And they have a 6-day field call where they're out there and they don't come back to the morning. And for some of them, it's a significant emotional event for them.
That's pretty accurate.
That was one of the design concepts that we came up with. This is to keep students outside.
A lot of people, including myself,
heard I got orders to Alaska, I'm like, I'm gonna die, it's gonna be cold, I'm not gonna like it, it's, oh my God.
which is something the instructors hear a lot of.
It's kind of good to know that I know probably better than you do what you can handle. And I love seeing them get pushed to the breaking point, and then they break through it, and then they have nothing but the utmost like respect for what we do here, because it does get rough.
I learned a lot, because I had no idea that the Army is training to rappel down mountains, be in this type of weather, and that puts the future of the Army in perspective. Like, we might be fighting people in this kind of weather, having to do this kind of training.
You don't ever want to forget the things it took you so long to learn. It'd be a huge mistake on our part.